Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is your guy GLS Josh Lee stays here, and it's a Saturday. That means the next story in Disney 365 Bedtime Stories book. And today's story is Crack the Whip. The last story we read was James Fell from Treasure Planet. Now we're reading Crack the Whip Farm, and it's a Mickey Mouse story this time. And if you notice here, we've got January 30th. Next one is next story, which is next week, on Wednesday. We're going to read January 31st, which is the last day of January. So, we're nearly there. And then we'll move on to February stories. Now I'm going to spoil what the first story is. So, without further ado, I got high expectations for a story. Hopefully it's good. Let's see what this is about. Well, what was it going to be about? Ice skating, but we'll see. Mickey woke up and looked outside. It had snowed last night. Yep, but ice skating. It's a perfect day for ice skating, he cried. It's a perfect day for ice skating, he cried. I'll invite all my friends you can. On the way, Mickey picked up Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Minnie. About Professor Von Draco. I did every duck except... Never mind. When it got to the pond, everyone laced up their skates and made their way to the ice. It was as smooth as glass. The friends began skating around and round. Hey, I have an idea, shouted Mickey. Let's play Crack the Whip. Someone tell me what Crack the Whip is. No, nobody else knew how to play, so Mickey explained the game. Oh, right then. If you do really know about Crack the Whip, then you'll be living on the rock all this goddamn time. I'll just tell you. I'll start out as the leader, he said. Well, we all joined hands and formed a line. Then we all skate around and round in a big circle. Once we get going, the skates are at the end of the line. Let's go. This sounds like fun. Oh, sure, said Goofy. Go on, cried Huey, Dewey, and Louie. They all joined hands and began skating in a circle. Around and around and around they went. Donald was at the end of the line. Okay, Donald, let's go, shouted Mickey. Donald let go and went sailing away. I'll be sailing. No, not that. Around and around and around the rest of the game went. Now you go, Daisy, cried Mickey. Daisy let go and went flying away across the ice. Just like in Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas. Next went Huey, then Dewey, and finally Louie. Goofy followed them. Now just Mickey and Minnie were left. Around and around they skated. Then Mickey shouted, Let's go, Minnie! My wild girlfriend/wife! Mickey let go and zoomed off with a squeal. You know them mice do. Mickey was having a fine time. Fine is such a poor word, isn't it? Now all alone he began to spin around and around and around. When he finally came to a stop, it took quite some time for his head to stop spinning. Wasn't that fun, guys? He said. Want to do it again? Guys, where is everyone? Mickey looked around. I'm going to say it. Where had everyone gone? And then he saw 7 pairs of ice skaters at the ends of 7 pairs of legs were sticking out of 7 there was no bangs kicking away. "Uh-oh," said Mickey. He dashed over to the side of the pond and, one by one, he pulled all of his friends out of the snow. "Gee, sorry about that," said Mickey. Goofy shook his head and snow flew everywhere. "Now go with one," he said cheerfully. "Boy, I sure could use a cup of—" "Yoo-hoo!" came a cheerful cry. It was Grandma Duck. "Who is she, I wonder?" "I don't know." Standing at the end of the pond, she was carrying a flask filled with hot chocolate. She was carrying a flask filled with hot chocolate. "Hooray!" cried all his friends. The end. Wow. Okay. On the last Saturday we had Boys and Arrow, which was absolutely atrocious. Then on Wednesday we had Joe's Spell, which was okay. But Cracker Whip was an excellent story. And yeah. It's a simple story about Mickey and his friends going ice skating and playing. Well, to think more of us know about Crack the Web, so that story tells us about that game. But and I'm actually quite surprised that Minnie and Daisy didn't get any speaking roles in this story. But hopefully, well, I have looked into the book. There are gonna be more Mickey Mouse stories, so that should be good. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the story. One more. Next week we have one more story of Disney 365 Bedtime Stories. January stories, not the last half of the book. We started in May, and I do it every Wednesday and Saturday. Now, as you can see here, January 30th, January 31st, and next time is February 1st. So next week we're gonna read January 31st. Next week we're gonna read the last story of January stories and Disney 365 Bedtime Stories. And then after that I'm gonna do a top 5 best January stories of this book and a top 5 worst January stories list. So hope you guys would sign us out. Yes, again, leave a like on the video, comment your own opinion on the story, and comment, actually we'll do that next week. Until then guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, check also the description, and yeah, this is Jay, don't forget, speak to Sandwich. Take care.